remote if you don't mind. Obviously, I know some people have some camera issues from time to time, so I'm happy to be flexible. But if you've got one, turn it on so I can see you. Hopefully, we don't have to do this for too long. That'll be real nice if we can get back. I know that they've talked a little bit. Talked a little bit about pushing the timeline up a little to get us back to hybrid sooner rather than later. I know that before we left, they were thinking like end of February. Now it's more like end of January they're hoping for. I know that all the preschools and elementary schools have gone back full-time today, so that's good. I think they're just waiting to see how that plays out and how numbers change after, a couple weeks after winter break with people traveling and stuff like that. So, but things have been going in the right direction for sure, which has been really awesome. So thank you guys for doing your part and trying to get us back, because we all know that being in school and trying to learn is way better than being at home and trying to get this stuff done. So welcome, second semester Algebra II. Good to see all of you familiar faces again, and to anybody new, welcome. Awesome to have you. You're going to be in a good spot. We're going to get a lot of good things done. I just hope to get back in person soon, because I know that we had a lot of success when we were in person. That's when we get a lot of our stuff done, is when we're here. So hopefully that happens again soon. Just wanted to mention a couple things today. We're not going to do anything new. We're not going to do any math today. I wanted today just kind of be an easy intro day back and kind of explain how the schedules are going to work and what I'm thinking, and kind of get some feedback from you if there's anything that you have to say about how last semester ended and how the final went, stuff like that, because we don't get to really talk to each other because you did the whole thing virtually. So a couple things from me first. Number one, Canvas looks really similar to how it did last semester. I'm gonna share my screen and just show you a couple things in case you're either new or unfamiliar with what was going on Canvas last semester. Because now that we're fully remote, and it's even more important that you really understand how critical Canvas is to us. I'm just going to go to the student view so you can see exactly what it looks like without you having to actually bounce around. I don't know if you guys had any issues with your third period class with Wi-Fi, but the hope is that that was just kind of a one-time thing. But here's your landing spot for us, and really the grades you don't have to worry about. The four most important spots along the way besides the homepage. Of course, right at the top is always going to be our most recent announcement, and that is where you're going to see every single day. Every day, whether we are remote or not, whether we're hybrid, whatever, even if we're full in person, I will put all the important stuff that you would need for that day and that day only right there. Obviously, that's probably where you found the link to this Google Meet, or you checked your email last night, because I tried to kick one out to you guys to make it work for you in case you couldn't find this one. I know with some changes in some schedules, some people jumped from either 7th period to us here in 6th period, or they've switched classes around a little bit to get into this section. So I just want to kind of let you know how it all goes down. And the announcement, the daily announcement, is where everything's going to be found. I try to make everything nice and clickable through there, so you don't have to have any trouble navigating your way through whatever assignments we've got or whatever Google Meets we've got going on, or if there's a link to an important video or something that I think is really helpful. It's all going to be in one spot. And as we start to work through some different stuff here in the second semester, things are definitely going to get harder. Second half of Chapter 2 coming up starting tomorrow, and then Chapter 3 is totally different. And we change gears, and we definitely will do some stuff you've never seen before. I know that a lot of what we've done at times hasn't been brand new, but it's been nice to get the recap and to hear it from me, and to maybe get it in a different light and work on it from different angles and stuff like that. But you're definitely going to get to a point this semester sooner rather than later, and probably while we're remote, with some brand new stuff. So anything I can do to kind of supplement that, to make this easier, to make it more fun and interesting as much as I can. I mean, it's I'm always, I'm always going to do the best that I can to make this class worthwhile. So and if you don't know, now you know. So so announcements are a great place to go, but what's really nice is that main homepage right here at the top, that announcement will be just sitting there waiting for you. Now, I know you see some old ones right there. That's because I copied all of last semester into this Canvas shell. so that if there was some old stuff that we wanted to be able to go back to, or if there was anything that you wanted to see again, or whatever the case may be, old assignments, old tests, anything like that, reviews, you have access to it. Because obviously the first semester, that tile's gone. So I wanted to make sure I copied stuff over. So, but I did hide most of it. All of it, right? So when I click on modules, yeah, chapter 2 is what we're in, but you don't even see the old stuff from chapter 2. I'm going to start publishing some things today in case you want to go back to look at it, but I'm hiding all the other stuff. Same thing in assignments. I did group them together. You saw it for a hot second there. It said semester 1, semester 2. I kind of broke it up into different semesters, so it's easier to see. For me, one of the main things is trying to be organized for you so that you have less work to do on your end. So there's less confusion, because this whole remote thing obviously is rough. Trying to learn from home and pay attention and do all the things you got to do, I know that can't be easy. So I'm trying to make it easier for you. I'm going to record everything just like I'm recording this one right here. Any lesson that we do, whether we're remote or even hybrid stuff, I'll try to record everything I can. And the best place to go in case you do have to miss a class or you want to see something again, I saw a lot of people viewing old lessons when they were studying for their final, which was awesome. Under pages, right at the top there, view all pages, right there, the Google Meet recording links. Okay, and this is going to have all the old stuff too, right? This has all the old stuff here. And what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to do one date, but I'll put period 6, and then because I've got period 7 also, Algebra 2. I'll just put those in one, but I'll link these separately. So if you want to look at period 6, you'd click on that one, and then this one will be separately clickable for period 7 in case I'm recording both. Okay. You can always click on this YouTube playlist, which is where everything's stored, in case you want to go and look at some old videos or get a better.
Yeah, I'm a subscriber to that.
Good. I'm glad I have a subscriber. My views are approaching 100. It's exciting stuff for me. YouTube's going to start having to cut me some big checks. So you're going to see ads like 2 minutes in. So start making some money. No, but the other thing that I want to do on this, because this you had no idea what I was talking about. Like, oh, okay, November 18th, but I have no idea what lesson that is. What I want to start doing on this page right here is just kind of right next to it. So like right in this space right here, I'll tell you what we did that day. So like what I'll probably have right here is just like welcome back or introductions or scheduling or whatever we do that day. So you don't have to go clicking through, oh, I'm looking for section 2.6, but I have no idea what date that happened on. You don't have to go to the YouTube playlist and search through it. It'll be right there for you. So hopefully that helps out. The only reason that grades is there right now is so that things on the other end for you guys can be seen, so that missing assignments are more obvious via Canvas. But for me, Infinite Campus is where all of your grades get posted. I don't grade anything, like I don't input grades on Canvas. Obviously, you're going to submit all your stuff via Canvas, just by submitting and uploading pictures of whatever we're working on or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to leave that clickable so that missing assignments and stuff can be found a little bit more easily, either by you or by somebody observing the class, like mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever. Cool. So that's Canvas, super easy. Obviously, your inbox is the place you want to go to reach out to me. Email's great too. I check both of them constantly. They're both hooked up to my phone, and you know, I've got little kids, so you know, I'm up late anyway and up early. So. The other thing that changes, though, a little bit for me here in the spring is it is approaching baseball season. And so I become a lot less available in the afternoons for extra help or reaching out and getting things squared away. So evenings are going to be the best time, or obviously during the school days when you want to catch me. I'm still off 1st and 8th, and I have lunch 5th. So those are always good times to either meet virtually while we're remote, or drop in on a day where your cohort is here if we're hybrid. I get to school, 7:30, and I'll stick around on non-baseball days for a little while, but on baseball days, I'm going to scoot out pretty much right at the bell. Maybe sometimes a little after, maybe sometimes a little earlier, depending on what we've got going on. And once the season kicks off, I mean, we're looking at kind of like a spring break-ish timing, maybe a couple weeks before that. Early March is when we'll get our spring training season in, and then we'll kick off our regular season at the end of April. So as the varsity hitting coach, varsity outfield coach. I'm pretty busy. So, but I want to give you guys the opportunity to do as best you can this semester, improve on last semester, or if you got an A, to repeat that. I was really, really, really impressed with how well we did. And coming from you guys who are self-proclaimed to be really, in general, not that great at math, or really, you don't really enjoy it, we had a lot of people that found a lot of success, which was awesome. I mean, I'm just pulling up grades here for a second. I'm not going to show them to you, though. Hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. That was close. I mean, if I look at just kind of like averages on things like the final and final grades and stuff, I mean, with the change in the grading scale, we averaged like a B, which was awesome. And there, minus a couple outliers, that's basically what we averaged. We got, lots of B's and C's and some A's, and it was awesome. So I was really, really happy with how things turned out. I'm sure that there are plenty of us that could probably do a little bit better than we did, and we want every chance to do well. So whatever I can do, you just gotta let me know. You know me, hopefully, and if you don't, now you do. I want you to do as best you can and help you out. But it's got to come from you. I don't know what that looks like for everybody. Now that I've had a semester with you guys, I know how you tick a little bit, but not being in class every day, it's not the same. I don't really know what works best for everybody. So if you need something, just tell me. You need extra time, we can work something out. If you need to sit down with me and say, I really did not get that last lesson, can you help me out? Math is that kind of thing where if you just ignore it, it's not going away and it's not going to get any better. So we're going to go at our pace, right? We're not going to go too fast. We're not going to go too slow. We're going to go at a pace that hopefully works for everybody. I want to challenge you, but I also want to help you to be successful. So if things are going too slow or they're going too fast, just let me know. I want to make this second semester one of the best ones you've had. If you've had some success, let's keep it going. If you want to do even better, let's push ourselves a little bit. Let's get back to school here in just a couple weeks, hopefully. I would love to get to the point where we take whatever our Chapter 2 test is in class rather than virtually. But if we have to do it virtually, it's all good. We'll do what we got to do. But we're not I'm not going to test you on stuff from first semester. Obviously, we ended things in the middle of the chapter. That kind of stuff is going to happen when we get to set our own schedule. So all that 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 kind of stuff, with vertex form and standard form and stuff like that. We're going to use it, but I want to make sure that whenever we go over some stuff and we actually test it, I want to test you on the things that we're going to be really focusing on, the new stuff moving forward. So now the other stuff will come back for sure, but that's just math, right? It always kind of works out that way. So that's that. The only two other things that I want to mention, I think, and then we're good, honestly. Number one, the schedule is a little bit different here in the spring semester than it was, between Thanksgiving and Christmas when it comes to this whole remote thing. I'm going to drop a link to this in the chat in case you haven't seen it yet or your teachers haven't mentioned them. I'm sure I'm probably repeating myself, and I agree, Josh. I do like Ethan's background. It's awesome. If you want to, you can click on that and open it up. It's the remote bell schedule for the spring semester while we're remote. Obviously, when we go back to hybrid, then back to hybrid we'll go. But the schedule is a little bit different because they've added something back to our schedules that they took away in the fall. But we need to add it back for seat time purposes to make sure that we're covering ourselves so that when you pass this class, you've got enough hours under your belt to actually get the credit for it. And it's like a version of Access. Okay. Those of you that were here last year, you remember what Access was like. This might be similar in some ways and a little bit different in others. Really, it's just a homeroom, and that's why they just called it that. In general, it's just going to be a homeroom where, we'll meet once a week. And when I say we, I actually mean we. Your Access, your homeroom, your seminar, whatever they want to call it, is based on your 6th period class. which is us. And if you look at Wednesday, if you open up that link that I dropped in the chat and you look at the schedule for Wednesday, what you'll see is that between fourth and fifth period, it says homeroom. And it's like a half-hour spot where we, your sixth period class, and every person's either fifth or sixth, depending on what their lunch is, will meet separately, not in an algebra kind of way, but in an access kind of way, in a homeroom kind of way. Once a week, half hour, where sometimes we'll have some stuff that we have to do, sometimes we'll have something we have to watch, sometimes we won't. You know, kind of like access was, where you have a little bit of freedom, but sometimes you're tied down to what we've got going on. Little mini lessons here, or like either school-wide or even district-wide initiatives that they're putting out there that we know just doesn't get covered in any of your classes because they're standalone, but they're also really important. So just wanted to make sure that did not go unsaid, and that it's us. It's this class right here, sixth period, which is different than access, right? Access was like grade specific, and it was not tied down to a class. It was a totally separate thing. Like we're going to meet separately tomorrow during that time. Just like, you know, a brief intro and plans for week one. I'll break it down once we get to tomorrow. I won't waste time with that today because we'll have to do it tomorrow anyway. But, you know, team building stuff or whatever it is, we know that there's so much of this, you know, class. And especially virtually, it can be really rough. And just find some time to do things that we don't have time to do. And that's kind of what homeroom's going to be. So lots of choice in there, hopefully, for what I choose, you know, for us to do. Different kinds of ideas and lessons and what we want going on. Really just a way to make sure that I can help you stay on top of what's going on. And I don't know if you've seen, but like on Canvas, there's a separate shell for it already. I don't know if it's live yet because I know the old access, rosters were in there. So like you were either in like your 11th grade or your 10th grade or your 12th grade access class. So hopefully that'll come up tomorrow. But what I'll do for sure is I will send it out on the announcement for this class too, in case you don't see that, like that square tile on Canvas come up for what could say access, it could say homeroom, it could say seminar or something like that. They're still working out the kinks. So be flexible with us as we figure this out, because obviously it's going to be a little bit new. But I wanted to make sure that I told you about that. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday schedules are the schedules you're going to be familiar with. Wednesday's the weird one because it has a homeroom. So that takes away some time. So classes on Wednesday are a little bit shorter to make room for that access. That homeroom, I'll start calling it homeroom. So just 45-minute classes on Wednesdays instead of the normal 50, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then Friday's asynchronous, right? Friday, every chance I get, I'm going to make sure that I do not get you guys on a Google Meet Live. I want to try to avoid that. I know how brutal it can be, because now that we're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday synchronous, right? Now we're 4 days where live attendance is mandatory. Screen time's rough, right? And I mean, even my wife had to get glasses over break because her eyes were killing her, right? You know, she has a light prescription anyway for reading, but now she's got like the blue blockers and stuff to help with the screen time. So any chance I get to help limit screen time, we're going to do it. And to that end, what I'd like to do and what a lot of teachers are trying to do, instead of doing 4 full days, 45 or 50 minutes, we're going to try to do like 2 and 2. 2 heavier days and 2 lighter days. Because if we have to meet live for attendance purposes, but we don't necessarily have to meet for 45 or 50 minutes, we want to try to avoid that, give your eyes a break, give you time to actually just, you know, work on the stuff that we're doing. And so kind of similar to what happened after Thanksgiving, but before Christmas, right, where we had Monday, Wednesday were kind of the content days, and then Tuesday, Thursday were the days where you could work. We'll probably stick to a schedule really similar to that. We'll just do our work face-to-face virtually for that 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. That'll just kind of be your work day. And that should hopefully help you just kind of set some time to get that work done, because I know that some of those those off days, those Tuesday, Thursdays, it was hard to get motivated. I know it was hard for me to get work done when I didn't have you guys sitting in front of me. So hopefully that'll help your grades go up, help you understand stuff better, especially as we work through tougher stuff. So just kind of keep an eye on that schedule. As always, when I send out my announcements, I'll put the start time for class. You know what time you need to get there, but maybe keep that schedule tab open on your laptop or your phone or something so you can go back to it in case you need it, because Wednesday's weird. Friday won't be a big deal, I don't think, in terms of scheduling because we won't be meeting live at all. Yeah, I can do that, Justin, sure. You want the playlist.
And what time does class start on Wednesday?
So let's see, the schedule for Wednesday. So sixth period is, instead of meeting at 12:15 like we normally would, it's 12:30.
So is this the only class that gets adjusted for time?
No, every class on Wednesday is going to be off by a little bit, except for first period. First will still start at 7:40. But then every class gets bumped back an additional 5 minutes. So second period, instead of 8:35, it's now 8:30. And then shortened by 5 more minutes. And then so third period is now backed up 10 minutes. Fourth period backed up 15 minutes, right? And then you like mix this homeroom in. And so like fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth get pushed back because they're shorter. So the link that I dropped in the chat, and it's right on the phsmustangs.com. On the right-hand side, you got the menu there. It says like 2021 remote bell schedule or spring semester remote bell schedule or something like that. I actually have it open. I don't know why I'm guessing. Yeah, 2021 remote second semester bell schedule is the fourth link down under quick links on PHS Mustangs. But let me drop the link to the Algebra II playlist.
So Wednesday is the only day where the schedule is like weird, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. Monday,
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday will be the schedule that you're more familiar with. It's the Wednesday one that's just off by a little bit depending on what part of the day you're looking at. And then I don't think Friday is going to really make much of a difference because we won't be live. So, I mean, I'll hold office hours and you'll just come if you want. That kind of thing, if we need to. But I'm hoping to really kind of just give you Fridays to catch up and maybe reflect and do some different kind of things rather than sitting down and doing 5, 10, 15 math problems. So there you go. All right, so there's the schedule stuff. There's homeroom stuff. So that's us. All right. Let me ask you guys. I don't know if anybody can look. Can you check Canvas to see if you have, like, you've got like an Algebra II, you've got an English, you've got a science one. Do you have a tile that says homeroom or seminar or access or something like that?
I looked earlier and I did not.
Ryan, what does it say? Does it say access or seminar, or what does it say?
I have a tile that just says PHS class of 2022.
Say that again, Jackson.
All I have is a tile that says PHS class of 2022.
PHS class of 2022.
I have a seminar.
That's different. Okay. Because some of them have been published and some of them haven't. So I think Jackson, I think the one that you're talking about is like specific to just you guys as juniors, that if there's junior specific stuff, they'll send it out through that, but not a specific seminar one. Does anybody have, I don't know if I caught.
Yeah, I have a seminar.
Stone, you have a seminar. When you click on it, can you open it up? What does it look like? Does it have anything in it?
No modules. It's just blank.
It's basically blank.
Yeah.
Is there anything that says people? Is there anything or no? I just wanted to see, because for me on my end, I still have like my old access class that would have happened if we were just, if COVID wasn't a thing. If we were just back in school, we would have had like, all right, a 2021, a 2022, you would have been in a class with just, juniors or seniors or sophomores or whoever you're with. So, all right. My guess is that because this is day one, schedules are changing with a lot of things. And so hopefully that tile updates tomorrow. But if it doesn't, and you're looking for homeroom stuff, just come to Algebra 2. I'll put it on our announcement so that you can get there. It'll just be a Google Meet, and we'll just meet, and I'll give you the lowdown as to what homeroom's going to look like. Cool. Nothing else really changes in terms of what we've got going on. You've got clever.com for our textbook, but you know me, I like to make my own stuff and send it out that way. I like you to handwrite stuff. The brain works better when you're using your hands rather than using a computer. Calculators and all that good stuff. All good. Nothing much changes there. Hopefully we just kind of keep it going. And if you had some great success last semester, let's keep it up. And if you didn't, let's do better. I know that some of us kind of slacked off towards the end, especially when we went remote. So, but you had a cushion from the whole semester, right? Here, we're kind of starting from scratch. And it is much easier to keep yourself afloat if you start at the top rather than try to scratch and claw your way back up to a good grade if we don't start off on the right foot. So let's spend these first couple of weeks doing some good stuff and stay on top of your work, because you're going to have a little homework assignment here or there, but it's going to be your whole grade to start, because we won't take a test for at least a little while. So so that's that. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Otherwise, I will get you guys out of here. Yeah, nice. We'll start some math stuff tomorrow. So bring something to write with, something to write on tomorrow, and I will catch you then. Again, remember, class starts at a weird time tomorrow. It won't be this regular 12:15 slot. It's going to be 12:30. But really, I'll see you at 11 for homeroom. Questions, thoughts, comments?
Rosengrant, I got you another subscriber. You're welcome.
Is it just like another, is it just another profile of yours? Cool, thanks.
So where do we go for homeroom?
You're getting up there. Soon, you'll be up there with the 10 subscriber mark.
Just call me Carson. Adam, what was that? Where's homeroom?
Yeah, where do we go for it?
So hopefully what happens is tomorrow when you log on to Canvas, you will have a separate seminar access homeroom. Who knows what they're going to call it? I see it as seminar on my side. I don't know if they're going to change that. I might be able to change the name to say homeroom. But there should be a separate tile that says that, and you would just go to that as if it was a different class. So basically, Adam, you have a class once a week called homeroom, but it's us. It's your 6th period class, but we're just not doing math stuff. We're doing homeroom stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like talking?
I guess.
Like what we're doing now? This is homeroom?
We'll find out.
This is a perfect example of homeroom.
Exactly right. We'll see. I don't know. I have some things to do tonight to prepare for tomorrow. I haven't looked at it yet. So
will we spend the whole 30 minutes of you trying to make a marker into a trash can?
It might. Now, if you see my marks, though, I am 1 for 1. So just saying.
Dang.
Just saying. 1 for 1 this semester.
Tomorrow is going to be very interesting.
I know. So now, if it doesn't show up, just check Algebra 2, and I'll have a link to the Google Meet at 11 o'clock for that. Cool? All right, you guys are good. Head out, and I will see you at 11 tomorrow, and then again at 12:30. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank
Hi,
you.
Rosie.
Bye.
Later.
Hi, Rosie.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Hey, Rosie.
Yeah.
I got a baseball question.
Jackson.
Do you think I should try out for baseball?
Of course you should. Have you played?
Why would he say no to that?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you played recently?
No, I haven't played since I was probably about 14.
Yeah. So you're junior, right?
Yes.
So your shot would be for JV. You probably wouldn't have a shot at varsity if you haven't played in this long, knowing how much time everybody else has put in the last few years.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you could make JV?
I don't know. All my friends and my parents want me to try out for baseball.
Then you should, man. I mean, it's a good crew, and we're good. We have a chance.
Baseball's pretty good.
We really do. We had a chance last year, and then they canceled the season, obviously. But we brought back a lot of talent. Like I said, I unless you pick up a bat or you pick up a ball, and all of a sudden it's like riding a bike and you're dropping bombs and throwing 90 again.
I can always chuck a baseball.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Come out.
That was center field.
That's awesome. Like we always need outfielders. That's for sure. I'm an